it is a good life. I think that is why I'm still riding. I still love it. I kind of think, I was going to give up after London, and that was going to be plenty. And then London came and went, and I thought, I'm not giving up just yet. And then I got Chilly Morning, and I thought, I'm just going to ride him a bit longer. And now I've got a couple of horses, and I think, I'm just going to ride them a bit longer. And I'm thinking, for goodness sake, you're nearly 50.
William Fox-Pitt is one of the world's most successful eventing riders. For nearly 30 years, he has represented Team GB and has collected a number of Olympic and World Championship medals along the way. But for the eventing maestro, the defining moment in his glittering career came very early on.
Funny enough, I think my first Burghley triumph back in 1994 on Charker would have been my biggest moment, because it was so earmarking. I think until then, who was I? I was 27 years old. I'd been fiddling around, and suddenly I found myself and I won Burghley. And I think that was an amazing kickstart, really. I obviously went to Burghley with Charker as a good horse. He'd been knocking around and winning some big events, and we were getting there, but we had to get it all together, and he was a bit of a monkey and I was a bit green, and sometimes we could be a bit hit and miss. So I think the victory at Burghley really made me think, actually, A, I've done it, and B, well, maybe I am quite good. Because until then, what I'd had in my life had been full of 5th places and pink rosettes and nothing much else. And suddenly you think, winning Burghley has put me on the map.
After making a name for himself in 1994, William has gone on to win the Burghley Horse Trials a further 5 times, becoming the only rider in the history of the event to achieve this. A year after his last Burghley victory in 2011, William experienced another career highlight.
I will never forget the London Olympics. As a Brit, being in London was awe-inspiring. I know we didn't do very well, and personally didn't go great, and Team Silver was a bit disappointing at the end of the day, because 1 or 2 things had gone a bit better. We would have won Team Gold. That would have been a dream. But Team Silver was still pretty cool, but it was a moment I just feel so lucky to have been involved with. It was just such a exciting venture.
Success on home soil may have stuck in William's mind, but he's certainly no stranger to winning abroad. 2010 saw William and Team GB take gold at the FEI Wolrd Equestrian Games in Kentucky. And although he didn't have a horse ready for this month's WEG in America, he knew what was in store for those competing.
WEG is meant to be the ultimate test, and I think that's what is so exciting, is you're going to a world championship which is going to be demanding. You hope the cross country will be really challenging, I think, for you and the horse, and that's what I really feel about WEG. WEG is the real deal. I've been so lucky in the past to have been to as many WEGs as I have been. It's not something that you expect, but I think we are going as Team GB with high hopes. We are building up this summer. We've had good results at badminton, coming off the back of European gold last year, individual bronze with Nicola, and I think that if we put it all together and the horses stay sound, we'll hopefully give the French and the Germans a run for their money, because they're looking very strong as well.
Team GB wasn't the only interest for William at the WEG. For the past year, he's been preparing his student, Japanese rider Kazuma Tomoto, for the Games.
He's an interesting guy because he used to be a show jumper. He's only been eventing for a ridiculously short time, and he's going, he's aiming for a WEG. I mean, it's incredible to think that could even happen. So he's got a big ordeal in front of him and a big challenge. And, but he's very lucky that he's a talented rider, basically.
World Equestrian Games is one of my dreams, so I got a great opportunity. I'm really appreciative for Japan Racing Association. They gave me a great support, great opportunity, so yeah, I'm very happy with that. I would say I would like to do my best, that's all, because this is my 3rd season as an eventing rider. This is my first four-star competition. This is my first championship, so just try to do my best for Team Japan.
William and Kazuma travelled to the Tryon International Equestrian Centre in Mill Spring, North Carolina earlier this month to take on what would be Kazu's biggest challenge to date.
We focus on this great start here for Japan. It's going to be really tight here for the Japanese rider. This is going to go to the wire on the clock. Kazuma Tomoto is going to cross the line. Brilliant effort, 1 second inside.
With the team placed an impressive 4th overall, it was a dream championship debut for Kazu and the Japanese team ahead of Tokyo 2020.
I'm proud of my teammates. We have many good event riders, so this is preparation for Olympics Games, so we have to improve more, but we can do it.
And for William's other main interest, Team GB, it was an incredible event, with Great Britain claiming double gold, convincingly winning the team championship, along with the 32-year-old Rosalind Kanter and All-Star B, taking the individual title from the favourite, Ingrid Klimke. William has returned from the WEG with Kazu and continues his own quest to compete after recovering from a near-fatal fall in 2015.
I'm incredibly lucky, aren't I? You know, I'm here and I'm fine, and I had a bang on the head and had concussion, and you know, I was in a coma for a couple of weeks, and no one quite knew if I did come back, how would I be? What bit of me would come back? Would I be able to walk? Would I be able to talk? So the whole thing was so up in the air because no one can tell with a brain injury what the outcome is going to be. You know, I just had so much help from my family and friends and kicking my butt and getting me, you know, to stop feeling sorry for myself. Come on, just pull your finger out. Because, you know, in the beginning I couldn't even remember if I had lunch or supper and didn't really know anything, but was always very kind of looking forward and upbeat, but certainly not thinking about crazy ideas of Olympics or World Championships.
William made a remarkable recovery in time for Rio 2016 and is still competing at a high level. But does he have the ambition to go for gold at another Olympics or World Championships?
I've had quite a few silver medals individually. Of course, it'd be lovely to have a gold one, but I'm getting a bit old now, so you know, that's probably just a bit of a peripheral dream, but I'm allowed that, aren't I?